PushLife is here. It's about to be an early winter. Me, Black Don Almighty, Ruler, and Polo Hendrix. We our own bosses. Make our own decisions. Don't see no competition. Y'all niggas trying to crash. See, we don't do collisions. Y'all niggas need permission. I sat back, cracked the code. These niggas cracked the cars. Diamond chains and no investments just seem kinda odd. So your kids pawn their jewels or go get a job. When that money gone and you book for fraud. I got kids that I don't want to feel the pain I felt. Trying to build a life with no fucking help. So I'm walking running with drabs so they can fly. I'm trying to leave more than memories when I fucking die. My mama still working a job. That really hurt my heart. That type of shit keep me going. Plus my faith in God. See, I ain't got an HSD, I got a GED. And I ain't got degrees, I got felonies. But I turned minimum wage into an LLC. Over 100,000 streams and that's all on me. I sold shirts, half the profit went to charities. I even shift legal fees into a legacy. Yo man, patient, you gonna lose time waiting. An idle mind's a playground for Satan. You gonna become a mental patient, sitting being impatient. Plot your moves and stay focused through them complications.
What's up? What's poppin'? Welcome back.
How you doing?
Another interview.
Yes, sir.
So how you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
It's been a productive week, you know. It's been a real productive week.
So let's get right into this then.
All right, let's go.
What was it like growing up in Chicago?
Oh yeah. That's dope. Like, you asked me that. Because we didn't do over that the last time in the video. I think we just talked about where I was from. So, growing up in Chicago is like, especially for me living other places, I had to say, like, at this age, been going through what I went through, Chicago was like a real, it's a crazy place to grow up in because it's so much you battling. You know, you growing up in a poverty neighborhood, you growing up in bad schools, you growing up all in the household where it's one parent and multiple siblings. It's chaotic, you know, but it gives us, like, you know, a type of, you know, aggressiveness about ourselves. So it's just something I wouldn't recommend to people, like, going through like that.
So I was just about to ask, I'm gonna be moving down there to Illinois real soon.
Yes.
Is there good, like, should I live in Chicago or, like,
I mean, the thing about Chicago is a lot of people have issues on going there. And they're like, well, it might be too aggressive and this, that, and the third. Which, of course, it is if that's a certain lifestyle that you are a part of. But for everybody else, it's not. And then, you know, a lot of people feel like, okay, Chicago is a aggressive place, like, in talk, even in nature with ourselves. Like, when we have friends and stuff, we talk to our homies and guys in a certain aggressive manner. So it kind of intimidates a lot of people. But I recommend when people go there, just be yourself, you know, because them people in the streets can read between that. When you too nice, they gonna prey on you. You know what I mean? So, you know, like, so, but like, other than that though, you know, it's just if you win that life. So that's the only time.
Then what made you leave?
I left because, honestly, my children had moved. Then I came to visit them, and I wound up catching a case, and I wound up going to prison. And you know, I was fighting some real drama, or whatever, and so they kind of trapped me here. So, you know, so it kind of put me in a place where I can't leave or go back to Chicago as far as right now. So,
okay. Would you like to go back to Chicago?
I visit Chicago once in a while, but it's like I said, like, you know, when you grow up in that type of environment, the whole goal is to make it out. So I see a lot of rappers and stuff say, oh, well, this person, he don't even live in Chicago. This person that don't matter. Like, the goal is to make it out. A lot of places we come from, they make fun of you for being great. So that's why the ratio of people who make it and don't is so big, because a lot of people, you get made fun of for being a nerd and being smart, and now it's like, okay, I'd rather be a gangbanger or a drug dealer, you know what I mean? I'd rather be a thug or whatever you want to call it or label it, a street nigga. And so that kind of weighs in on the life. So, like, the opportunity to make it out, if it comes. You know, you don't have to be in sports to make it out or entertainment to make it out. Plan to exit, you know, and leave. But as far as going back, I would never move back.
You don't miss it?
I miss the people. I miss the love.
Okay.
I've been to.
It's like the environment.
No, not the environment. You hear helicopters, cops, sirens, bullets all day. I got kids. I don't want them to grow up in that type of environment at risk, you know, of potentially going through something like that. So like, no, I don't miss the city in itself. I miss the people. I miss the love. I miss
the culture.
The culture, yeah. Exactly. I miss the culture. I don't miss like Chicago in itself. Like.
So, what do you think about the music scene in Chicago?
I think honestly, the music scene is for me is like a two-sided thing. You know, I'm 50-50 on it. Why? Because of course, for years, you know, Chicago had been not really considered like as far as the rap scene for years. It's never like we always hit our Commons or Twisters, like, you know, the Twos and Fews, the Bo Deals, the, you know, Do or Daz. So those people that kind of, you know, they but it's so the Brett. Sorry, you know, but to mention, but it's difficult. So now it's like I'm loving the fact that there's so many artists they streaming, they getting viewed, they getting opportunities, deals. However, the flip side is the type of music that is being made. The drill culture, which a lot of people are familiar with, which is, of course, is none other than gang banging on track, beefing on, like real life beefing on track, and it kind of spoils it because, like, as you know, we just recently lost King Von. That's what OTF. Before that, we lost FBG Duck, and even outside of Chicago, Mo 3, and then Boosie just got shot. So, yeah. So, yes, Boosie just got shot. So I don't know how true stuff is. I'm not there, but you know, off what's posted, then that's what's being said. But that's the part of Chicago that I have an issue with, the drill scene. It's the influence that they're giving the younger people to say, okay, for me to make it out, I have to rap like this, because those the people that's making it out. You know, like when I was growing up, like we didn't look up to people that work full-time jobs and stuff like that. They never seemed happy. So we looked up to the dope boys that was in the neighborhood. We looked up to. They was driving the nice cars. They lived a certain lifestyle. They was happy, and plus they was able to help people. People with jobs always had excuses. The dope boys, hey, you was short. Hey, can I get $1? You know, they giving it to you, sending you to the store. You know, putting you in a certain position. Whether it's a negative position or not, it's still an opportunity, and it's just everything comes with sacrifice. So. Like with the game and the music, I really wish that people would kind of transition. Now that the light is on us, take the time to transition over and kind of curve it, you know, because I feel like the media they're using everything is so real now, like as far as social, and you know, everybody want to see in-depth stuff, and it's like people are making fun of our city at the same time, using it as entertainment, but we really live in this. So our pain in this, we crying. But meanwhile, it's a meme, or you know, a Facebook status of people saying they smoking on dead people from my city, and they don't even know these people or even have beef with these people. And there's people in the city that do the same thing. So I just wish the music would curve and people would actually show the true talent that Chicago has.
Okay. So do you think Chicago has the best music, like the artist-wise?
Artist-wise, I'm not going to say anybody that has the best music. Music is, like, I think one of us last time, or we didn't, but I was just like, music it shouldn't be graded, I feel like.
Okay. Because I hear people saying, like, Atlanta produces the best artists, or New York produces the best artists. So
now, if you break that down to what? Okay, the best artist in what? Of course, New York is, hip-hop is bred there, you know, from the boogie down Bronx, you know. So a lot of the best, quote-unquote, MCs, lyricists do come from that era or a Philly area, you know. So I can say, I can almost find reason with that, but when you got a rapper like me, I'll go crazy on a lot of them, so I ain't worried. But the thing is like, so are we saying as far as radio volume, then of course Atlanta has been a radio powerhouse for years because of the style of music. Their trap music is almost radio music, you know. So that and like Texas, you know, type of culture, or Memphis, they is a move, you know. So it's always going to be radio quality. But I don't think any music is better than the other. You know, every artist has what they good at. Some artists suck ass, but some artists, they have a certain gift about them. People don't like Lil Uzi. I think as the type of artist he is, he's a nice artist. I wouldn't compare him to a J. Cole because it's two different cars, you know. So, but other than that, though, yeah, I think, you know, music shouldn't be graded too hard.
Okay. It's gonna be a strong question, but tell me about your parents and siblings.
My mother, of course, her name Miss Diane, of course. My father, I don't even know how to use these type of terminologies, but he died last year. Like, you know, some people say he passed or whatever, you know, but he died last year, which was difficult for me more so because, not for myself, because with my father, we always went back and forth. We had extreme issues, you know, from when I was a child to even before he died. Because of me, I sat so strongly with my brothers and sisters that we argued, even though we was quote unquote okay. But my mother never got closure from a lot of things with my father. My father, you know, he beat my mother. He wasn't a good father at all, really. You know, he just was my daddy, I guess, whatever. Yeah, and not even really there. You know, he you know, got accustomed to the street life, and certain things overtook him. But other than that, though, I think that's the main thing, that you know, seeing the pain in my mother's eyes, to say, well, she wasn't ready to part with that situation yet. And then even for my brothers and sisters, I have it's 7 of us all together from, you know, with my mother, which I have 3 sisters and 3 brothers. So I'm the middle child, so I guess I don't know what they say about the middle child, but if they say anything, then I guess you could probably put it with me. But yeah, I got 7 brothers and sisters.
Are you guys close, or?
I don't know what close is, like, with a lot of things. Like, what is close when you become an adult? You know, everybody have a life to live, families to take care of. So it's like when people say we're not close no more, like, you have to respect other people's time. And my sister, she's a nurse, so, and she has 2 children, and you know, she's a single mom, not a single parent, but a single mom, because the fathers are active. But so she works a lot, and so for me to say, oh, you don't call me enough, you know, and I did at one point in time. But as you know, your mind grows, like, you're almost selfish, because now I'm not thinking about what they go through. But me and my brothers, of course, you know, everybody gonna clash, his differences, we grow up. But like I said, I don't really consider the closeness as far as like adult life. When we was younger, yes, we was close. But you know, as adult life, everybody separates. It's just
it goes
going in the wrong direction. Yep.
Yeah. So what does PTC stand for?
Oh, okay. Well, I know I'll be talking about that a lot. And that kind of go because I have brothers. So also outside of my mother, I also have other brothers with my father. And then I have brothers that's our brothers by pain, our brothers by struggle, our brothers by, you know, everything that you go through, the loyalty. So PTC is Paristown, which actually it came from Murderville. Man, I guess I'll get into that too, but Paristown is one of our younger brothers. Paris was killed in 2008, August 16th of 2008, to gun violence. And so from that, we, you know, just declared ourselves Paristown. We also lost our older brother, Tyrus, November 28th of 2015. We have another brother, Larry. He's doing an extensive amount of time behind bars for you know, a pretty serious charge. Hopefully he can get to see the board and we get things straightened out. That's what another reason I gotta go hard for this, but that's what PTC is. It stemmed from Murderville, one of the guys off our block that they had mentioned. They kind of named it after him through one of a situation or ordeal that kind of went on. They found admiration in that person, which was dope. So PTC is just a brotherhood, you know, something that I'm forever with.
In your songs, you've mentioned being shot and facing life in prison. What happened? Well,
it's totally 2 separate time frames. Even though I've been to prison multiple times, but it was something I'm definitely not proud of. But yeah, so in 2013, I got out prison, and probably like a couple weeks later, I wound up getting shot 7 times. And
7 times?
Yeah, I got shot 7 times.
Jesus.
On my mother's porch too. That's crazy. But my angel was with me though, cause I'm here though. You know.
Yeah.
My angel was with me, but like I said, was it a scary thing for me? No, I don't find death in the street to be scary. Reason being, if you live a certain life, you take them licks that come with it. Like filling out a job application. Can you lift 70 pounds? Can you arrive to work? Same thing with the streets. Are you ready to die? Are you ready to go to jail? You know, so when I see a lot of people crying about shit, like I never, like, even when my brother's being killed, I never was hurt at the fact of how they got killed, because it's just the missing you part. You know, I wish it didn't happen to you, but this is what comes with it. So when I get shot, it didn't really bruise me too much, you know. But you know, you make it through those. That's something I made it through. That's not something that's held me down, you know.
That's just insane. Can't imagine.
It's crazy, but it's frequent though, and like I said, I'm a very fortunate person. You know, there's not too many people that can survive that. I'm not gonna say it was like I'm no super extraordinary person. I could take 7 bullets. I could just say that I was blessed that day.
Okay. Do you think you're outspoken and? No, my bad. Do you think your outspoken and attitude affects your relationships and social media presence?
Oh, so you be watching me on the book, man. So that's cool. Yeah, on the book, I think for anybody, being outspoken is a double-edged sword. It's a two-way street. Is you're gonna be affected on both sides, because there's some people that's gonna find power in your words, and then there's some people that's gonna be belittled by your words. So it's just like me standing up like, yeah, I hustled, I grind all night, and I'm standing. Some people gonna be like, oh, he's cocky, he's conceited, oh my God, he's arrogant. And then some people gonna relate to that, like either I need to do that or I'm doing that and I relate to it. But to keep it real, it's really just being you or being yourself, because you're gonna die anyway. And I just can't want to appease everybody around me. It's myself. But every time it's not necessary for me to do those things. Sometimes I do certain things just to prove a certain point to people, which I don't have to do that all the time. So I understand that. But with my attitude and everything, yes, it's going to affect certain things. It's 2020. So much happened this year. We living in a very sensitive, day and age. To where it's not too much you can even say that. So for me, that's like very damaging. However, when you say what you mean and you mean what you say, it doesn't matter how people feel. I'm not saying it for people to like me. I'm not saying it to say I'm about to put this up so people can like me and they can support me. No, that's how I feel. When I said fuck Biden and Trump, I meant that. When I say I don't think black people should vote, I meant that. When I speak on certain things, it doesn't matter how a person feels. This is my feelings and it won't change. And that's just one of the things, like for me, it's just like a lot of people, fear their truth. They fear truth. Especially black people in America. Like, telling the truth can get you killed so many years by being black. Yeah. So we fear truth. Like, oh, don't say that, hush, don't say that. Like, you remember the last the homeless drive, the old lady said, well, son, don't talk back to
don't talk back to the police.
Don't talk back to the police. Yeah. Because that's out of fear. Speaking your mind for the sake of something bad happening, when you can walk out and get hit by a bus or struck by lightning, die in a very stupid way, and I'm gonna fear speaking my mind or speaking the truth, because what if somebody else is gonna do to me? And I'm not gonna, because like I said, I'm gonna die anyway. The day a person could say that I'm not gonna die and I'll live forever, then I'll live by that. But
does other than that, affect your social media presence? Or?
It do sometimes. However, in a different way. So I have a lot of people that's follow me on social media and tap into the things I'm doing. It's a different class of people. You got people that really rock with me. They're gonna like it. They might not like it because they really rock with me. So it's like really, it's just up on them. Then there's people on there that actually follow me for music, which is my favorite people, because I don't know these people, never really met them. They actually just very proactive in it. But then there's people that I've met along the way, and then one of my statements, they could be rocking with me one day, and then I could make a statement and say, well, I don't like Obama. I don't think Obama did a good job. And then boom, that person who had so much admiration for Obama might stop liking me. I had spoke recently on the Tory Lanez and Meg's Stallion situation, and I had said on Facebook, well, I'm still listening to Tory because I don't know what happened. And they're like, well, he did this. I don't know what. I was not there. I don't know what happened. Oh, he bogus because he shot a female. This, that. I don't know what he did. I can't say this man did anything. I can't pass no judgment on him. I can't tell you what I would have did in this situation or would have because I wasn't there. But what I can tell you is that he had great music. But some people got so offended by that, and some people unfollow me, even when I speak about have my feelings on the church. So yeah, it affects my social media presence quite dramatically sometimes, but the fact that I'm always working and pushing new products and ideas and my music consecutive, they really can't leave me. So I get like 2,000 views on something, but it only got like 10 to 20 likes, you know what I mean? Because people don't want to let people know that they watching, which is cool though. Just, I get paid off the streams, not the likes.
Yeah, nice. All right, then tell us about PushLife and, your plan for the future.
Oh, PushLife, oh my goodness, yes. So PushLife, as we talked about the last time, I've grabbed some artists from PushLife.
So you're expanding.
Yeah, we expanded, and the thing is, the support we get in, even with the brand and the clothing, it's a lot of people that's supporting everything, and we also have on December 18th, we have another homeless drive where we accepting donations for hats, gloves, scarves, socks, blankets. It's going to be in Columbia, Missouri. We're going to have it there, and once again, like I said, we accept the donation. Of course, I'm donating myself and doing a lot of things, also cooking for the homeless that day. But I would like to start off by just saying, like, who PushLife is. First and foremost, we have Don Almighty, which is Don Almighty is also from Chicago. Kind of the same road paths. It's crazy, but since I met Don, we did a song probably 2 years ago called 10 on My Head. And his flow on it, the naturalness, the realness of it is like sometimes you don't, as a rapper, you don't have to be super lyrical. The truth is probably heavier. That's why people like Scarfaces or stuff like that, because the truth, or Nas, because it's not about being super lyrical. He said something that had weight to it, and I like that about Don. So I talked to him about it, and since day one, he's always proactive. He ready. Let's go. Then of course we got Polo Hendrix, which is a great lyricist. Polo Hendrix, I like his style, his uniqueness about being himself. He doesn't try to go outside of being himself. I think my favorite people in the world are people who's 100% comfortable, with themselves. Even yourself, like that's why I always tell you, like, bro, I love you. He like, you know what I mean? Because you. And that's something about Polo. He's very unique with. So you like bars and stuff like that. Like Polo is very dope at it. So and everybody needs work. All of us need work. I need work, and we got Big Black also. Big Black, I love Big Black, man. Big dude.
Life of the party.
Life of the party. Energy. He influences the public. He got a thing going now. Put the guns down, gloves up, and they've been out there getting it. A couple dudes then got the Smitty knocked off out there with the gloves. But yeah, Black, his energy, also his lyrical ability. When people listen to Black, I don't even think that they really tap into how the things that he said. The things that he say to me is like sometimes so wavy, and it's like with the energy and I love it. So the whole team, and then we have Ruler. That's Big Bro. Big Bro is just Big Bro. Like whatever he want to do it. We with it. Like let's go. Of course, there's more people to PushLife. We doing a run right now with our artist Lil Nine. He just had a performance this weekend also. So we're doing a run with him, and it's going to be great. Like I said, I got a couple female artists that I'm actually looking into and showing some interest in. I think the main thing will be that your work ethic has to come before you get here. I think that's the thing. Some people think you get with something and then the work happens. Like, no, you have to work hard. Bo Deal told me, Bo Deal is a big rapper from Chicago. He was signed with Brick Squad. He got a great relationship with Walker, and ultimately Bo Deal was like a big brother for Chicago in itself. the love he give to the youngins. He don't, you know, he give knowledge every day. He doesn't just speak on certain situations to where they don't matter. And I'm just saying something for the moment. He gives it some thought, and he don't kiss ass, but he's still like a, you know, a solid dude. Like, you know what I mean? And he handle his business. But I like Bodil because, like I said, the knowledge he give. But Bodil told me back in 2015, he was on live on Facebook. So I'm on live. Hey, listen, I'm the best rapper out here. Nobody fucking with me, I'm telling you. And his reply to it is what changed a lot about my music, a lot about my drive, a lot about how hard I was going and felt I was going. He said, if you are as nice as you say, you won't have to tell me, I'ma hear about you. And so that sat with me for years. So I think that's one of the things with PushLife is I don't want to, you know, tell everybody I got the dopest rappers or I got the dopest music. If you want to work with PushLife, you have to put work in yourself. You have to grind. You got to work, because we're on a mission. We're on a mission where everybody is going to be successful. It just depends on what's success to you. You have to have something you ask yourself, like, what's success to you? Success to this person might be getting a Rolex. Success to this person might, hey, I just want 100,000, I want $1 million. The success to this person, like, man, I want wealth, I want businesses, I want my family to be straight, I want my kids to be straight, I want generations after be there. That's success. So you have to understand what success to you is, so many levels of it. So for anybody at PushLife, we already know, like, that's what we doing. We working.
Show, don't tell.
Show, don't tell. But I tell too, though. I tell these niggas I'm the shit. You got to sometimes, though, bro. You got to. You got to tell them you go crazy, because they'll play with you out here. A lot of these dudes like me, but see, the difference is I'm going to sit and back it up. I told people, anybody that feel like they want to go verse for verse or do it, hey, put the money on the table, we go crazy. Other than that, though, let's just get busy, make some music.
Yeah. So, what is your true passion?
My true passion, honestly, I kind of talked to somebody about this the other day. My best friend, man. One of my biggest passions in life is really like help. I get a kick out helping people. I really do, because you know you can do things for yourself, like, you know, and you don't always find satisfactory. For me personally, I'm not gonna say for anybody else, but for me personally, like, if I go buy a nice outfit, boom, I put it on, go somewhere, it don't go right, it'd be like, all right, I wasted money. Or I'll go spend money on myself to go out, you know, to dinner, and the dinner is horrible or something. But like, it's different though. So when you help people, because I've been down, like, it's just a different feeling. When you know that you're changing a situation for somebody else, it's almost godly. Because like with myself, I'm a man, but if I can help somebody else, I can grow and be bigger than just a man. And you know, so with those things being said, like I said, a dude was tripping, because I'm not gonna say his name, but the homie, he said, man, I'm tired of somebody asking me for money. Why do he always ask me? Why don't he go to nobody else and ask them for money? And I try to explain to him, like, sometimes you gotta find, like, you gotta understand the humility in that. Because a person looks at you like, I can go ask anybody for money, but I'm gonna ask him. Why do you have to ask, why is he asking me? He believe in you. He believes that you're the type of person, that your heart is pure enough that he can come to you and ask you for help. So if anything, he finds, you know, he looks at you in a high standard, you know, to come. Now, sometimes it is some people that might approach you and they might look at you as the sucker and try to get something from you. But if you know that and they know that you're not a sucker, then you have to look at it the other way. Like, man, the person, like, honestly, he looked to me for help. So that's a blessing, you know, especially in this world. So I think that's one of the biggest things. I just like to help people change situations, because, like I said, when I was down, I ain't get a hand from nobody. Everything that I've done, I made it to myself, me, and my woman. My family that's what help holds me down. My family, but basically, other than that, don't nobody help you with anything. So you gotta focus on yourself. Like, I always say that, but focus on yourself. What's important to you.
Okay. Well, do you have any advice for any young artists out there?
If I could say something to the artists, the younger artists, or any artist that's working, for one, fuck what everybody say. Focus on your art, capitalize off your art, and expand on it, and go in depth with it. Two, remember that you can definitely get better in everything you do. So remember, you're not as good as you think you are. You have to work harder, continue to push content, continue to elevate, and most importantly, don't do it if you're not gonna do it. And if that you don't know what that means, then it's not for you. And it's Legalize Cain, and it's PushLife. Yes, sir.